And we're back, I think. Are we back?
I think we're back.
Yeah.
Hi again.
Hello again. Looks like we are on the motorway once again.
Oh yeah.
This time we're on the M74. We're heading south, heading back towards the M6 and then Lancaster. And you've got us in the car again.
Yeah, us too. Sorry.
So this is Tom.
Hi, I'm Tom. And this is Mark.
Hi, I'm Mark.
And we've got some more random questions.
Oh, good, random questions. I like random questions.
We like random questions. So the first question, what the hell do we call this?
Oh, God. Okay, so we had random wanderings or something. It sounded like I was taking a walk with my mother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Questionable ramblings, no.
Questionable ramblings, that's it.
That's one, yeah.
Walks
no,
I should never do with my mother.
Yeah.
No.
No.
No. Non-questionable ramblings.
Yeah.
Please don't ask us questions. Please release me. This is not
Let
turning
me out
into
of this place.
Elvis's greatest hits.
Yeah, no.
I always like rambling questions from him. Rambling questions, let me go.
Oh, okay. Let's leave that for the next for later on.
Yeah, we'll leave that for later on. Maybe something will come to us while we answer some other questions badly.
Yeah. So the first one of that. Do you know what you look like? That's not an insult.
It could be taken as
well. That could
what
be
do you mean
taken
by that?
multiple ways. All of them bad.
You know, I want to say, well, of course I know what I look like. I look in the mirror, I see myself. That's me. I know what I look like.
Yeah.
But I can pick myself out in photos when I know I'm in the photo. But can I pick myself out from a photo, randomly from a photo from the past?
Yeah, I mean,
that's a very interesting thing. Yeah.
I mean, do you recognise yourself because you've seen yourself a lot, or because you know how you actually look, like how you feel? That's an interesting question. Does your physical persona match your mental persona, as it were?
Yes. I'm going to say yes.
Yes. Okay.
I'm going to say yes. Okay. So December of 2016, I took a photograph of myself that I didn't like, and I wasn't feeling happy at the time. And it's clearly reflected in the photo. How I looked and how I felt seemed to be tied very, very closely together.
Interesting. I mean, yeah, it does. There are things that.
And I didn't recognise myself in the photo either, which is interesting. So.
Okay, that is weird.
As in, I didn't feel like me.
Okay, so there is not just the actual physical, that's my nose sort of thing, but I recognise myself as in my emotional state in that picture, that I either didn't like it or it wasn't me feeling myself at the time.
Yeah.
So that actually makes an interesting question as well of the old worry that photos capture your soul and trap them forever in the image. But
my soul is totally gone.
Yeah. We sold our souls to Facebook.
To be fair though, Facebook wasn't paying a lot for it.
No, I'd like it back, but I don't. I can't afford it.
I charge you a lot more for it to come back. That's the deal.
Yeah, don't deal with the devil.
He's a particularly crap devil, Mark Zuckerberg's the devil.
Yeah, that's fairly true. That's fairly true. I mean, he basically gave away access to his thing, and then went, "How do I make money on this?" Oh crap! But he figured it out. He's figured it out. He's publicly traded. Holy hell, he's worth billions now. Yeah. He doesn't know what to do with it.
We're not jealous, obviously.
No, not at all.
All he has is a better class of misery.
Yeah, definitely.
A much better class of misery.
You either eat well or you sleep well, and I sleep like a log. I also eat fairly well, but gotta keep me fed.
Okay, I'm feeling like I'm getting the bad deal here.
Well, you know.
Okay, so yes, emotional attachment. Yeah, strangely enough, yes, there's a certain sort of tie-in. I guess if you can emote, if you can empathise with how you feel at that point, then the picture does carry that some kind of weight there.
Because there's always definitely, I can tell, looking at images of myself from the past, I can roughly remember how I felt at the time just by looking at what it was, not at looking at how I'd looked even, not at the subject around me, which also helps because
and obviously not at your wardrobe because then we'd think you feel terrible.
Well, I think I've been wearing this t-shirt for years.
Yeah, you should probably change.
Probably, yeah, it's about time. I think Leonard Nimoy can have a break. But nah.
Okay, so when you look at yourself in photos from a very long time ago, have you ever looked at the photo and not recognised yourself? That's the question.
I've had occasions where it's like, yeah, okay, I've looked at the picture, gone, is that me? Yes, it's me, and it's definitely on the older photos.
Yeah, so I've got a photo from like 4 decades ago, and it just doesn't look like me, I feel.
No. I mean, there's definite, obviously, features and stuff that change, but it's like, yeah.
And until somebody told me it was in a photograph from my school days, I couldn't find myself in it. Somebody else pointed me out.
Wow.
And that was interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, once I saw her, I went, oh yeah, that was me, yeah. But I didn't really recognise myself.
No.
So is there a thing that you don't really recognise yourself in? Actually, when you look in a mirror, that's not the you see in a photograph either.
No. Like when you get a haircut. Like I mean a drastic haircut. Like I've had my hair down to my shoulders before, and then I get my hair cut to this level, and it's it does take me It does actually take me a few days to get used to not having that much hair.
Yeah, actually, I found some photos. I was going through some stuff in the bedroom. I found some old photos that are actually real photographs. From when I had long hair, and I thought, oh, right, I didn't recognise myself at first in those photos. So there again, possibly because until I looked and thought about it, I couldn't remember immediately where the photos were taken, or putting that emotional attachment we just talked about to them. So therefore I couldn't recognise it as much. So are we carrying some sense of something else in the photograph?
Is there a certain context in it? Obviously, if you look at yourself in the mirror, you're looking at yourself in the mirror in the room you've always looked at yourself in the mirror in. Unless you recently moved, at which point, never mind.
Yeah,
but with photos, there is the extra context of what's happening in the background.
Yeah.
And what you're carrying, what you're wearing.
Have you ever recognised somebody just from their photograph in real life and gone, oh, that's that person from the photograph? Because I've stood next to somebody famous and I didn't recognise them, even though I knew them.
I've actually both had photos of people to find out to recognise them, and also talked to them on video online and not recognise them when I walked into them. And in one case, I actually walked into them and nearly knocked them over, and that was a bad day.
I guess we're actually this we possibly wouldn't recognise ourselves.
Yeah, so
if an earlier version of us just came walking up 20 years ago and we only had photographs, we'd be going, who are you?
Yeah, would our there's another way. Would our past selves recognise our current selves?
Oh God, I hope
that
not. I think
no.
my past self would be very critical of my current self.
If my past self came across me, I don't know what he'd do. We'd probably sit down and play games. Quite honestly.
Okay. What type of games, Tom? I mean, we don't want to go there, really, do we?
Probably StarCraft.
I mean, that's really, really taking self-abuse to a new level.
Oh, you. I only beat myself once in StarCraft, and that was a really weird day. Anyway.
So we're going to go with, you possibly wouldn't. There's a certain level. It's not that you wouldn't recognise yourself, it's just that there's a level of context that you need. There's an emotional attachment in photographs. There's extra information, so we build up this extra picture. And maybe we build up an extra picture of other people from their photographs as well. So we're judging somebody before we even met them. And I think you do that. You look at the photo of somebody, you think, he looks mean, he looks aggressive, he looks nice, he looks unfriendly. You build up all of these things just from their photograph.
Yeah.
And then you find out in real life they're completely different.
Yep.
So
interesting.
We've covered that. I think there's more to this.
Yeah. So, on to a completely...
So, Duran, you were wrong. The camera does lie. Or was that Bugs Fizz?
I don't know. You'd know more than I would. There's your random trivia.
I'm very young.
He's very, very young. Very, very young. He doesn't remember Duran at all.
Totally don't.
No.
Totes.
Let us know in the comments which one it actually is, because I don't know, he does, and I can't be bothered to look it up. So, on to a unrelated question. Was it? Oh. Well, you just gave it away from everyone.
Possibly.
Never mind. If they heard it. Anyway, so, did we really land on the moon in 1969?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it could have been a conspiracy.
No, it wasn't.
But they're really good at this whole thing with guy ropes and stuff, so they float properly.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
No, we went to the moon. That's clear. There's a few big things that say that we went to the moon. Firstly, had we not gone to the moon, had it been an enormous hoax, the Russians would have immediately dismissed it as an enormous hoax. They did not, because it wasn't an enormous hoax. The next part has been pointed out by Mitchell and Webb. It would cost so much to fake the moon landings. You still have to build the rocket. People saw it take off.
That's true.
And they saw this thing come back down. You'd actually have to build a rocket that you fire up.
It would cost less.
And somehow destroy.
Yeah, it would cost less to build and send the rocket than to pay off all the people to make them say the right thing.
Indeed. And just the fact of, one of the big things is they took a mirror up there, guys. They put a mirror on the moon. You can fire a laser at this mirror and it comes back.
Really? I didn't actually know that. I want to do that.
There is a mirror on the moon. You've got to get a powerful enough laser, but you can fire a laser at it.
I want to fire a laser at the moon.
You can attack another planet.
Yay! Planetoid. Let's be correct.
Planetoid. Yes.
Planetoid, yeah.
Orbital satellite, whatever you want to call it.
I'd attack Pluto. You're still a planet to me.
I didn't know you and Pluto were that close. Still a planet to a lot of people.
Yeah.
You're not a planet. You're a Plutoid. You have your own class. So, we went to the moon. It would have cost a lot to fake. You can prove it by firing at a mirror that's on the moon. We didn't just happily hit the moon with a mirror. All the people who say, well, the photographs are too sharp and clear. Yes, clearly NASA spent some time cleaning up those photographs so they looked the very, very best.
Oh, definitely. It wasn't that
but
they
they
used
didn't fake them.
It also wasn't that they used a really expensive camera. Oh wait, they did. They went up with a Hasselblad
really
120mm.
cameras.
They went up with a 120 film camera, Hasselblad. If you know your cameras, that's a good camera. I think it was a Hasselblad anyway. I'm fairly
What's
sure.
more interesting is the question I feel is why so many people want to believe that we faked it. What makes you think we faked those moon landings for what possible reason? To prove that we were better than the Russians. Yeah, but then it took money out of the space race. If NASA did that was the most stupid thing NASA could do.
Yeah.
Because after we went to the moon, one of the things that happened was we turned it into a race. So the moon landings became the space race. And once the West won that race, a lot of the interest in the moon started to tail off. So NASA really cut its own nose off to spite its face if it did it for more money. Because it got less money after it proved that we went to the moon. It would have been far better to keep on faking a failure. And to get more, we need 20 times as much money to make it work because the moon has got a dangerous radiation level and people will die in space! Die, I say, die! Bigger ships!
I apologise to everyone.
And all those other...
I apologise to anyone listening with headphones. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you got headphones real. That was bad. It was really bad.
Ow!
Yeah. Anyway, we would die in space. Yes, we would die in space from the radiation, except they had radiation shielding. There's a certain level of resistant to radiation from big pieces of shiny metal. Why do you believe that they faked it? Why would NASA go to all that trouble when it gives them less money in the long run? We don't put enough into space, and I know people seem to think we put a lot in because it costs billions of pounds to get anywhere distant. But really, to develop a super fighter, to test one and to build one, costs a huge amount of money.
Yeah, and then you've got to buy it at the end.
I would say that a single mission to the moon costs less than, say, like one of the whatever fighter projects costs.
Oh, they're in the millions, aren't they?
No, that's just to buy them. They're in the billions to develop.
Yeah. So honestly, I'd rather have more moon rockets than F1 tornadoes.
And there was a lot of other stuff. So there was a very expensive study that was done in the 1970s to attribute the cost of the space race And they actually worked out how much it cost and how much was gained from it. And it was like $6 or $7 for every dollar spent. $6 or $7 came out of that in terms of complementary technologies and complementary industries. So we gained a lot of technology and a lot of industry from that moon landing. So it's actually a lot of money is gained from going up into space into exploration, because you have to have a lot of clever things built and developed.
Yeah.
And so you get those secondary technologies that benefit us.
And there's a lot of and these days there's a lot of science as well that's been
I think
doing.
we find that in all exploration, actually. All exploration is actually more beneficial. So when they say that we must do cost analysis for putting money into science, that's actually idiotic, because just throwing money into stuff has always yielded more money in the long run. It's just that governments are unfortunately very short-sighted. Maybe they need to be short-sighted in some ways because of elections, but I think they need to be more long-sighted in others. Maybe more in the UK and in the world, we need more cross-party and cross-government supported projects. I know we have a lot of it, but let's have more, guys. Let's just say, heck, to hell with it. 20% of our budget should be science-based, and we just know that's just a given cost. Like your defence budget's always going to be X amount.
Yeah.
The science budget's always going to be X amount. Screw it. Spend the money. It's going to get more money back. At least with defence, you just lose the money. Science, you get the money back.
Yeah, science helps with defence.
Science helps with defence.
First person to come up with that with either tractor beams or shields wins at the moment. Because actually, to do tractor beams, you need shields.
Really?
It kind of, because to repulse, you might need to pull.
Ah, okay. So complementary thinking.
It's complementary repulsor attractor techniques.
Okay, well that sounds interesting.
Yeah.
I guess, especially in the ballistic sense.
Yeah, definitely.
Did the Americans have ballistic super shields when they went to the moon? No.
They
This
had
is also
ballistic
no.
missiles, though.
And it's not a conspiracy that we're hiding.
No.
But no, it is fascinating that there are a lot of people who have a lot more conspiracy theories, that they believe that a lot's been hidden. Yes, there's a certain level of hiding things, but we're talking a large number of people perpetuated that. I can't remember the exact figures, but I believe 100,000 people worked on the space race.
Really?
Yeah, it employed a lot of people in all the different technologies to get men onto the moon. America threw a lot of money into it, and this is just America alone. Other countries are also spending money on the same thing. So why do we have this thinking that all of these people are part of some colossal hoax that they don't know, like some kind of weird James Bond episode? James Bond episode, he's gone episodic now. I'm predicting the James Bond TV series. Netflix, pay me for it. I will build this.
That'd be awesome. That'd be great.
Why do we believe that there's been this massive conspiracy? I think it's because there's a distrust of not being told everything. There's obviously governments have secrets, and when we find out they've got secrets, we then assume they've got more. And this just seems like, oh no, we can't have possibly gone, it's so hard. Maybe you believe it's hard to do, you believe you can't do it, but really the stuff that comes out in terms of scientific advancement and achievement, getting to the moon was fairly easy. It was just actually involved a lot of energy.
Yeah.
Getting back, that was much more difficult.
Yeah, because
I'd be far more willing to believe if somebody said, well, we got to the moon, but the guys who came back weren't the guys we sent.
That's actually more believable. Yeah, because I mean, if you look into the physics of it,
we landed a different group of people.
Yeah, we landed a different group of people by just sending them.
The other
really
guys
high.
are still on the moon.
Yeah. Now there's a conspiracy theory. Have we been to the moon more
But we
recently?
didn't get
but
the
they
guys
haven't
back.
told us.
They were that Russian dog.
Oh yeah. I thought that one came back.
I think it burnt up in the atmosphere.
Oh right. Poor pooch.
It was a Leka or Lenka or something. Or Leica. They never intended to get the dog back. They sent it up knowing that it wasn't going to survive.
Right. Okay.
That was just the way it was.
Okay. Well, I think.
However, the whole chips in space, apparently that's not true.
No?
Apparently they tested a lot of equipment on chips, but when it came to actually sending them up into space, the astronauts in America went, guys, if you're going to send the chip up, we're willing to do it, because they were all pilots anyway.
Yeah.
They were all test pilots, so they were all
sense.
really, really brave guys. We're talking guys who have virtually no fear.
Yeah. Well, you're strapping yourself into a test flight vehicle that's capable of doing several thousand. Several hundred meters a second.
I don't know.
And mighty,
7 miles per minute.
basically a missile with wings.
It is.
And see if you can break it.
And you hear some of them talking, and they talk about the fact that they were like 30 seconds from death, and they had 30 seconds of oxygen left, and they knew that unless they completed some manoeuvre, then they would burn up in X number of seconds. So they calmly worked out which manoeuvre it was, and then they implemented the manoeuvre. And you listen to the recordings of them talking at the time, and there really is that sense of, Houston, we have a problem. Whereas everybody else, if you were in that situation, you'd be going, no! We're gonna die! We're gonna die! But they're going, Houston, we have a problem, in a very calm, measured way, because these people literally are made of steel.
Yeah, I mean, they've also got the fact of if they
That's
panic,
figuratively made of steel.
Yeah,
I know I said literally, but live with it. It's on the cray-cray.
Oh God, no! Please, no!
It's my word of the day. Taught to me by my 7-year-old child.
Yes.
Thank you, Ben.
Hi, Ben. It's your fault.
Ben, turn the sound down. I'll put your headphones on.
When you eventually let him watch this, it's going to be hilarious.
Well, yeah. No, by that time he's just going.
Yeah, he'll be. Yeah. Anyway.
I think we've done I think the moon landings did happen.
Yeah.
Conspiracy theories, people, you need to seek some help.
Yeah.
And stop looking at all those stupid sites on Google and read some actual science for a change.
Yeah, I mean, if you put your effort into actual science instead of trying to debunk something that actually happened, then maybe you could go to the moon.
Or be a lot happier.
You know. Maybe go have a beer with your mates.
Yeah, or take off the tinfoil helmet. It apparently increases the number of radio signals that bounce around your head, not decreases them.
Yeah.
Faraday
also, they're a bit
cage.
scratchy on the head.
Especially if you're bald.
Yeah. So,
Next question.
Well, do we have time for another question? 20 minutes.
I think we have time for another question.
We have time for another question. So, if you had to replace your hands with objects already in your house, what would you replace your hands with?
Oh. So
Okay, that's
interesting. Okay, we could go the Edward Scissorhands route here. Do they have to be inorganic objects? I am a married man.
Oh God. It's objects already in your house. So, not something that you have to buy. I'm assuming something.
It said object.
Object.
So, I can't replace it with one of my children. I have a cloud on my hand. I've got a hand that's a cloud.
That could get you arrested in several states.
I didn't say where. I'm not sticking my arm somewhere. I don't have a hand.
Oh right, yeah, no, sorry.
They're fused to me.
Okay, that is still slightly weird.
I have a baby for a hand.
I really wouldn't be much use. It would.
No, that would be weird.
I really. No.
So, babies are not people are not objects.
Yeah, no, that's very
that.
true. People are not objects. Neither are animals.
Right. So
you
can't
can't
have the cat on the other hand.
Yeah.
Cat and the baby. Cat and the baby hand. Cat and baby hands. With genetic experiments that should be never performed.
Never done.
Okay, so actual objects. I'm going to go down the weird route here, because you're going to go for, I'd have a hammer and a knife, therefore I can always bash things or cut things, but going to the toilet, a bit more of a problem if you're going to have your bottom. They don't cover that in Edward Scissorhands.
No.
How did he hold the toilet paper?
He probably had the.
He's just going to stick his finger into a loofah.
Well, all I'm going to say is I hope it was stainless steel, because I think he probably used one of those
pitted, rusty bum scissors.
Oh wow! No, actually, one of the bum washing things. I've forgotten the name of them.
Oh, a bidet.
Bidet, yeah, one of those. He may have used one of them. He would
have had to use bidet, but then he's not going to wipe it with a towel afterward, is he?
No.
So, something, a towel hand.
Towel? Always know what your towel is.
Always know where your towel is. It's very hitchhikers.
Well, you can't lose
it. If it's fused to your arm, then you know where your towel is. You can wash it. It's a very, very multiple purpose thing.
Yeah,
you can
put it
use it wiping your bottom, then cleaning it.
Ew.
Just clean it before you then dry your hair. or
Yeah.
wash down the windows.
or do anything like that. I mean, the thing is, I'd probably cheat.
Got a nosebleed? Towel.
Yay, bloody hand. Yeah. I'd probably go.
So one of my hands is a towel.
One of your hands is a towel. So I'd probably, unfortunately, I'd feel like
I
I'd
can
be
dry the
cheating,
dishes
but I don't
and
know.
wipe my bum.
Yay. Preferably.
This
after
is what I
washing
do
his
anyway.
hands. Yeah, he
Never eat off the plates in my house.
No. I don't know if it'd be cheating or not, but honestly, I'd pick a multi-tool, like, or a pair of pliers. Honestly, a pair of pliers or
I
something
have
like
a
that.
multi-tool in my house as well.
Yeah,
So I have a Leatherman. So a
right.
Leatherman sounds good. I'm having a Leatherman and a towel.
Leatherman and a towel. Well, the Leatherman gives you pliers and a knife and various other things. I think the only thing it doesn't have is a fork.
Don't
But
need
I'd
it. Got a
rather
knife.
have chopsticks.
Got a knife.
Got a
Works
knife.
as works as 1 pound half of a chopstick.
And half of the chopstick. A pair of chopsticks. I don't know.
Stick the other chopstick in the pliers. We're good to go.
That's true. Yeah. So two.
Got pliers. Can use chopsticks and a fork and a spoon because I've got pliers. Plier hand.
Plier hand. So actually, pliers would be a useful tool. And actually, as I do a lot of electronics, that'd be quite useful. The other one, I don't know. Actually.
I was surprised you haven't got the soldering iron.
It's tempting. Pliers and a soldering iron. It would definitely be weird. I couldn't touch anything with it unless I was soldering it.
Indeed.
Or heating it up.
Oh,
I mean,
unless you wanted to heat it up. I will randomly heat up a small area of your body to an extreme temperature.
It would make making tea in the morning very, very, very easy. I just put my hand in the water.
But fishing out the tea bag with plier hand. Bits of tea bag everywhere.
Yeah, messy.
I think we're done though. You've got soldering iron and a pair of pliers. I've got a Leatherman and a towel hand.
Well, there we go. We're both useless now.
And the name of today's episode now is, well, we haven't named the show, but I reckon really Bum Scissors.
Bum scissors.
Bum Scissors.
Yeah, bum scissors.
So we're wrapping up Bum Scissors. This has been fun and delightful. You have always been there. We have been here.
And there might be things down there. There might be things up there. Click them at your will, and we'll see you next time.
Yep. Thanks for listening. Bye now.
Thanks for listening. Bye.